sanatorium due to strange noises and a dark looming shadow figure. To make this all more disturbing,
eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand.
Is Maverick, and today we're gonna do another reaction video. Our last 3 videos we've done really good. We got like 40 views on each of them. One of them has 60. The Try Not to Flinch has 60. So we're doing good on YouTube so far. I have recovered from my darkened days. Sorry if I haven't been uploading for a while now. It's been like a couple days, I think. I just didn't have enough time. I was having ideas. Some failed, some of them failed. One of them failed really bad. I was gonna do a challenge. Today I'm in my kitchen because it has the best lighting in the whole house. There's places to sit, you know. Yeah, last episode we were downstairs in my room reacting to the Mr. Nightmare. So we're gonna react to another Mr. Nightmare video. It's called 4 True Scary Stories. One of them is his personal story, so that was pretty good. So thank you guys for 200 subscribers. I was right, I was going to 200 subscribers by the next video, and we did. So let's see what else I was gonna say. When I reach 300 subscribers, I'm gonna upload another video. So I think every 100 subscribers I get, I will upload a video. If it takes me a while to get to the next 100, I will just upload a video like normal, like really simple. I don't know. That's probably on the YouTube thing. So whatever. So let's get started with this lucky beanie. Here we go. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to wear this steamboat one. I don't know. Just don't want to wear it. Okay, let's get started. Cause last time we wore a hat. You know, I might wear it. So just click it. Get started. Good, y'all. Y'all better ready for this. All right.
I'm about to read you 4 true stories, 3 of which have been written by anonymous authors, and 1 of which has happened to me personally.
Hooray.
When I finish reading all 4, I want you to comment which story you think happened to me. Number 4. I was 17 years old, and it happened on a late summer night. My dad and my little brother had gone to a Boy Scout camp out. My dad was one of the Scoutmasters. I was home alone with my mom for the weekend. She was already in bed at this point. It was about 2 in the morning, and I was just finishing up my late night gaming. I had to go to the bathroom one more time before going to sleep though. While sitting on the toilet playing games on my phone, I heard the faintest little tap on the bathroom door. "Mom, was that you?" "Mom," I yelled. It wasn't windy or anything. There didn't seem to be any logical way to dismiss it. I slowly and nervously opened the door. There was nobody there, but my bedroom door was now shut. I was certain I hadn't shut it. I went over to my mom's room and told her that I thought somebody was in my room. She didn't take me seriously and told me that she didn't know what to tell me. I tried to convince myself that maybe I did shut my door. I opened my door, feeling extremely freaked out, and when I snuck a peek into the room, I felt like my heart exploded inside my chest. I could see a hand sticking out from behind the dresser in the corner of my room. Somebody was hiding there. I ran to my mom's room and locked the door behind me.
So sketchy.
After quietly freaking out, telling her that there's a man in the house, she finally believed me and went straight to the phone to call the cops. I put my ear up against the door to try to hear anything going on outside. I eventually heard the man's footsteps come out from my room and slowly come closer to my mom's room until making it right outside the door and stopping. I could see the outlines of his shoes through the bottom crack of the door. He tried the doorknob, but thankfully it had a lock. It seemed the lock was enough to persuade him to give up because I heard him stomp downstairs and out the front door. I hurried to the window to see which way the man was heading, but he was already gone. Number 3.
Wow, that was
really
younger, fast.
10 years old at the time. My mom had just started letting me stay home alone. We had been watching my mom's friend's dog while they were on vacation. My mom worked weeknights, so she told me that they would come around back since the dog's cage was right next to the back door and that I had to let them in. I sat in the den by the back door with the dog by my side while I watched TV. He then started to growl and bark while looking out the window into the dark.
Through the window.
I tried to see what he was barking at, but it was too dark. Of course, I assumed it was my mom's friend coming to pick up the dog.
Dog.
I went over to the door with the dog following me and turned on the patio light. I couldn't see anyone out there at first, but the dog was still barking. I made sure to peek at every corner of the yard, and then I saw someone in the garden by our shed. It looked like my mom's friend. They seemed to be bending over, picking something up. I assumed she was admiring my mom's garden or something logical. I then received a disturbing phone call. I prioritized answering the phone, as my mom was strict about me always answering the phone when I was home alone. I left the dog to continue barking by the door as I picked up the phone, hoping it was my mom. And it was. She told me that her friend wasn't going to pick the dog up that night, as they wouldn't be getting home until past midnight.
If that was me, I would have just
I began to stutter as the pure horror prohibited me from speaking coherently. I managed to finally blurt out that someone was in our yard, and my mom started screaming like a lunatic. She told me to get up to my room, lock the door, and hide under the bed.
Okay, don't lock the patio door then? Okay.
I obeyed and laid there in silence for a good 10 minutes, until I got a knock at the door. I sprang up and out of the room, making it halfway down the stairs, when I saw a face looking in through the window of our front door. A face of a guy staring right at me. A face so unsettling that it disturbs me thinking of it today. I screamed at the guy that the police were on their way, but he didn't move. He just kept staring at me like a statue. I ran all the way back upstairs, tripping twice, and back to my room.
Tripping twice?
I waited another few minutes before another knock came at the door, followed by a muffled shouting noise. It was the police this time. They scanned the whole premises for the guy, but he was gone.
Most of these stories are like people that are gone.
They took me into custody until my mom arrived at the station. After that incident, she started having a babysitter watch me again, all the way until I was 12.
12.
Number 2. When I was 13 years old, me, my little brother, and my dad were upstate in the Catskills, staying in the old trailer we had up there. My mom and older brother didn't like going up there, so it was usually just the three of us. This one particular night, my dad and my little brother were out picking up Chinese food. The trailer was pretty far from any grocery stores or food places, so they were gone for a good 45 minutes.
45?
All there was to do at night was watch the very limited selection of channels on the TV. I was honestly a bit uncomfortable being in that trailer all alone at night. There was absolutely nobody else around for at least half a mile, and the blinds barely covered even half of the windows. My biggest fears came true when I heard a very light tap on the window. It didn't sound like an intentional knock. It sounded more like something accidentally brushing up against it while walking past.
That was really specific.
I took a look outside to see if it was my dad and brother, but instead, I saw some guy right outside the window who turned and noticed me and then ran off into the woods. The rest of our stay there, he didn't come back. But the next time we went up there, which was the following summer, the front door to the trailer was open, and every closet door had been opened. Somebody had broken in, but luckily there wasn't anything of value to take. Number 1.
That was not really that bad.
A long time ago, me and my girlfriend were looking for a private
I bet you that
place
one's
to
the
be
Mr.
alone
Nightmare
together,
one.
since our parents were always home. There was a vacant house on the corner of our block that hadn't been owned for a few years. The back door was always left unlocked. I would know because me and my friends have been in there before. We went in through the back, but before we could even get upstairs, there was a knock at the front door. We looked at each other with worry. What if someone had caught us sneaking in? She peeked out the window, but there was no one on the stoop. She made sure that the door was locked before turning back to me. I assured her it was just some kids playing ding-dong ditch.
Wait.
We made it only halfway up the stairs before the frantic knocking on the door came back.
Thing fell off. Wait, no, I was just playing
She
with it.
checked the window again. The porch was still empty. She opened the door this time and still couldn't see anyone. I wanted to look tough and impress her, so I stepped outside and yelled at the pranksters to try it again. I shut the door and waited behind it, hand on the knob, ready to throw the door open. just waited there for at least a minute and was about to just forget about it when I heard the blood-curdling scream of my girlfriend. I turned to see what she was screaming at, and I screamed as well. Just barely in the dark, we could see the dark silhouette of a huge humanoid figure very slowly making its way down the stairs to us. We ran past it just in arm's reach and left the house the way we came. We ran all the way back to my house, both of us out of breath. We know it couldn't have been an old person. They had to be at least 7 feet tall. Nobody was supposed to be living in that house, though. I even asked a friend who was living across the street from the house, and he said it's been vacant for years. We both agreed to keep quiet about this story, but I still occasionally have a nightmare about the incident.
I think the last one we did, the one we just heard.
Out of these 4 stories, the one that happened to me was number 2. If you've been on this channel for a while, you would probably know that I did used to have a trailer upstate New York, and I actually got inspired by this experience to write a fictional story about it that's also on this channel. And I saw a guy outside the window who happened to notice me and run off.
Yeah, it was that one.
I'm pretty sure his only intentions were to scout the place out for breaking in and stealing something, and I think I'm 99% sure he was the one who broke into the trailer and left all the doors open. It might not be the scariest story ever, but it was definitely one of the more frightening moments in my life.
On the dot, 10 minutes, good video. So thank you guys for watching this episode of a reaction. Mr. Nightmare, you're the best. I'm gonna keep on reacting videos until 19. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Like in the beginning, I'm gonna take this off. And so thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Wait, hold up before I sign off this video. Boom, thank you guys for 260. I'm really happy about that. So go check out Mr. Nightmare, link in the description and link in the description of this video. So without further ado guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.